We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Kiss my ass. They're criminals. It is a hole. You ever been there?
He says what everyone else is thinking.
I'm dedicated to it. I can't be stopped.
All right. Life can be so beautiful even in the worst of times. Jackson Nugent is a gift from God. Hello, everybody, to the Real America's Voice. Jackson, Jaxon, has a Real America's Voice, and he used it this morning on a nasty old boracoon, and he just rabid. Oh, he loves his dad because I killed raccoons and woodchucks and blue jays and grackles and red squirrels. This, you know, we lost Happy, and everybody's been showering us with love and affection for the heartbreak and the tears that seemed to never stop when Happy Jackson passed away in May. Just a horrible, painful, tragic time in a dog lover's life, especially that guy, get all emotional. But this guy right here, Jackson, from the Mossy Pond Lodge in Georgia. Thank you, Brad, and everybody. I never thought I would have another Happy Jackson, but I have a very happy Jackson here. Jackson is awesome. I love you, monkey boy. He's such a, look at this guy. He's very tired because I wore him out. Rocco, you can come and put Jackson over there. Look how handsome. Jackson, we are going to have the greatest hunting season of our lives. He likes to lay down on the My Pillow dog beds. So welcome to the Uncle Ted's celebration of good over evil, goodwill and decency, positive energy, piss and vinegar, spirit, and attitude. Do you celebrate the beatitude of the attitude? In fact, speaking of the beatitude of the attitude, I have so much going on. Is your life a whirlwind? My life is a whirlwind of immeasurable good. Barack. Now, that's some immeasurable evil there, but I compromise. No, I don't compromise. I compromise them. I cause them to compromise. You know, the people who think that open borders is good for America, as they come right out and admit, Barack. Oh, that Minutemen coffee. I'm going to go on tangents today. I even have my electronics. I'm going to show you. Look at this. Pork chops and projectiles. That's why I'm so happy. Sammy Hagar asked me during his road trips, Access television show, he goes, you know, Ted, I've always been amazed. I've known you for about 30-some years, and you're always so happy. Why are you so happy? Because I improvise, adapt, and overcome. I trample the weak and hurdle the dead to make sure that good wins victoriously. Maximus. What's the other word? Semper Fi. Excelsior. Pork chops and projectiles. Every weekend, my son Toby, Theodore Tobias Nugent, then there's Theodore Fleetwood Nugent, then there's Rocco Winchester Nugent, then there's Louisa, and there's Shasha, and there's Heather and Chantal. I have the greatest family in the world. And my wife, Shemaine. You'll wonder why I'm so happy. I kiss her the first thing in the morning, and I kiss her the last thing at night. So in these treacherous times where Kamala Harris is continuing the treasonous bullshit tirade against God, family, country, law, and order, and they claim that Republicans are going to destroy democracy, as every day the Democrats destroy democracy. Well, you can't vote for him. You might destroy democracy if you choose somebody to vote for. It's like Planet of the Cuckoo's Nest. But here at the Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire, I provide sanctuary, effervescent masculinity. I sit in the tree. I get in my ground blinds with pork chops and projectiles. We book these sunrise safari hunts every weekend, and people come from all around the world to share a Ted Nugent Spirit middle finger kicker eye defiant campfire. And if you want to join me at a campfire that will warm the cockles of your soul. Is there a coddle? Is that a word, coddle? The cockles. That would be a colloquialism of the historical campfires of mankind, which I celebrate to this very day in the cluster crank of 2024. So if you want to join me at a campfire, not just this electronic campfire where I do the linguistic ballet pirouetting on the skulls of unsuspecting civilians. Have you pirouetted on the skull of an unsuspecting civilian lately? Because you haven't lived till you've pirouetted on the skull of an unsuspecting civilian. And the good civilians enjoy it because my feet are clean. In fact, I'm going to go on another tangent. Rocco, you found these tangents. You have great tangents. You know what I do? I take my shoes off every day. I wear Merrells. I wear Merrells from Rockford, Michigan. And I take off my Merrell. People go, he's wearing Crocs. Well, sometimes I do wear Crocs. I've never looked at anyone's feet. Now, I look at Shemaine's feet when she wears those little tiny strap-on high heels. I glance at her petty. Give her a pedicure. I cure her petty. P-E-D-I. Anyhow, tangents. You love the tangent. Don't you love it? It's like a campfire. Did you bring the marshmallows and the wieners? Cook them over the hot coals and the flames coming out of my ass of truth, logic, common sense. We have 5 more minutes left in this first segment. I got to tell you guys, thank you very much. And I know I ramble on because I have like a martial arts stream of consciousness. It started with my incredible, lucky, brilliant decision to remain clean and sober. Because I don't know if anybody's ever mentioned it in an American school system, but this is a sacred temple. Now, if you want to see a sacred temple, tune into Shemaine Nugent's Faith and Freedom on Real America's Voice. Now, there's a sacred temple. I love her sacred temple. I genuflect at her sacred temple. I do. I genuflect. So, where was I going with this? I guess I was going that the world is so ugly, as personified by the satanic Biden gangsters that lie. They don't have an honest bone in their body. The guy is not just sick and feeble and mentally deranged and out of touch, totally out of touch with the world, but there's a segment of America that thinks he's the president and thinks that he got 81 million votes, that thinks he won the election in 2020, or he's an election denier. Yes, my name is Ted Nugent. I deny that that was a legal election. Write that down. We have it on tape. We have it on film. So, the goal in America is to improvise, adapt, and overcome. I fight the evil enemies every day in the media. I'm such a clever manager of vowels and consonants. I have like a lyrical ballet in life where the truth, logic, and common sense, well, my knees hurt. My fake knees hurt because I genuflect at the altar of truth, logic, and common sense. And I get it from the people at the Sunrise Acres, Sunrise Safaris, pork chops and projectiles. I get to tune into for forever. I always hang out with rock and rollers and working hard, playing hard Americans that can afford to go to a rock and roll concert, many of which, the majority of which are just good people. A lot of things we might disagree with. They like to get high, they like to get drunk, which is a big mistake as far as I'm concerned. You'd be way better off, way more alive, way more effervescent, way more energized, way more healthy, way more in the asset column for your family and friends and your American dream if you're clean and sober and take good care of yourself and don't buy anything that is FDA approved. The FDA, Food Drug Administration, they're supposed to safeguard our food and drugs. They guarantee they're poison. FDA, USDA waging chemical warfare upon Americans. Think, people, think. And when I share a campfire at Sunrise Safaris with Paul, thank you, Paul, and Jim, and George, my son Toby, Mark Ditzel Taxidermy, the greatest taxidermist in the world, wildlife art, Mark Ditzel Taxidermy, Hanover, Michigan. Also, Rob Fortson's in Waco, Rob Fortson's Taxidermy. Do you have a taxidermist? I have 2 taxidermists. I need 2. So, thank you for tuning in. The dogs are asleep on their mypillow.com dog beds. If you want to buy good things for the people you care about, spend American. Go to mypillow.com. Get a dog bed and just snuggle with your children on a mypillow.com dog bed. Michael Lindell, what a great man. Go to mypillow.com, type in the code SPIRIT, and buy American, especially fueling the defiant fire of Mike Lindell as he stands up against the deep state terrorists who are destroying America. That's right. Uncle Sam is a deep state terrorist. Well, that's outrageous, Ted. It certainly is. MyPillow.com supports truth, logic, and common sense in my First Amendment right here on Real America's Voice, along with Minutemen Coffee. In my pork chops and projectiles mug, I have Minutemen Coffee. This is important because your happiness will be determined by your health and your energy. Get good sleep on MyPillow.com stuff. Get the pillows, get the mattress toppers. You got some new Gonzo mattress topper. I got to get me one. The pillows, the sheets, the pillowcases, MyPillow.com. And drink Minutemen Coffee in the morning. Go to MinutemenCoffee.com and type in the code SPIRIT for 15%. It's so good, especially with a dollop, a big slug of Amish natural organic heavy cream. But be careful, all you Amish farmers creating organic food, the FBI might raid you with guns drawn because you're providing quality food not authorized by the chemical warfare demons of the FDA and the USDA. Are you with me out there? Do you feel the spirit? MinutemenCoffee.com. And I treat the water with SentryH2O.com. These are sponsors that support my middle finger on fire. They're brave, patriotic entrepreneurs. Sentry H2O, the water treatment, it makes your water healthy, and nothing's more important than good, clean, healthy water. It makes my Minutemen coffee more delicious, and it makes me a force to reckon with because I am we the people. The Founding Fathers wanted every American to be just like me, defiant, suspicious of all authority, and demand constitutional accountability from all our elected employees. It's the Ted Nugent Real America Voice, radical extreme Spirit Campfire. Live it up! Yes.